Let's evaluate a function using function notation. Now, we know that an equation is just like saying y equals 3x. That's an equation. Well, we can write that equation as a function in function notation by changing y to f of x. So instead of saying y equals 3x, we would say f of x equals 3x. So f of x simply means that f is a function of the input variable x, because the variable that hangs out, I call it where all the junk is, right, or the beef of the thing, so where all of the numbers are, that is going to be your input variable. And since x is the input variable, this x over here in the parentheses just says, hey, this is our input variable, and this tells us it's a function of that variable. So x is our input, and f of x is the same as y. So I know a lot of my former students, when they would see a function like f of x equals x squared plus 2x minus 3, and they didn't like that. So they would say, you know what, I'm just going to erase f of x and change it to y. Mathematically, it's basically the same thing, right? Y is the output, f of x is the output. So f of x and y mean the same thing. It is the output of the function. So write the following in a mathematical sentence. M is a function of b. Now, if we think about what words mean, right? So m is a variable, is in math means equals a function of b. So a function of b. I usually write the function part on the left, so this would be the same as f of b equals m. And that's how we would say that, f of b equals m. Or m equals f of b. You can write it either way. All right, so the actual evaluating of a function. So if f of x equals 3x plus 2, find f of 4. Now what this 4 means is that your input value is 4. So x equals 4, and you want to know, what does f of x equal? Well, remember, f of x is the same as y, and that's what you're trying to find. So you're saying, okay, here's the parts. I'm going to take 3 times 4 plus 2. So I'm going to substitute in 4 in for x, and I'm going to use my order of operations. So 3 times 4 is 12. 12 plus 2 is 14. So f of 4 equals 14. So that means when we input the value 4, the output is 14, right? Because the number inside the parentheses is the input, and after you substitute it in, whatever it puts out, the output, that is the f of x or the y value. Okay, so let's look at this one. If f of x equals 3x and f of x equals negative 12, what is x? Okay, so they're giving you two different pieces, and what you're going to notice is both of them equal f of x. So they're saying the function of x is negative 3x, and the output of f of x is negative 12. So really what they're saying is negative 3x equals negative 12, right? Do you see that, how they both equal f of x, so we can really substitute one in? So if I divide both sides by negative 3, x equals 4. So really, you just have to pay attention to what you're substituting in for your input and what is the output. So just remember, f of x is the same as y, and that is the output of the function.